Hey guys, welcome back. And if I sound a little crummy, it's because I'm starting to catch the flu that my kids all have going around, so just bear with me, we'll keep this brief. But I needed to make this video because massive news today coming out of Kotaku. Jen Glennon, the current editor-in-chief, is now the former editor-in-chief at Kotaku. Now, if you're wondering about Kotaku, Kotaku is that wonderful website that put out this article a few weeks ago about how Sweet Baby Inc. doesn't do what some gamers think it does. This is them, the media, as usual, the games media, running cover for these DEI consultation firms that are trying their best to capture the industry, to inject the wokeness, the Marxism, all of this wonderful garbage into our games. And you can see in this article here from Games Industry Biz that Kotaku editor-in-chief exits due to parent company's new guide directive. So the story as it goes is that Kotaku has, they're understaffed. It's kind of obvious at this point. A lot of these traditional websites, journalist outlets, they don't have the funds they used to have. And unfortunately, what goes with that is they have reduction in staff size, and they're trying to increase their output to keep up with other places that are pretty much just writing AI articles at this point and having one editor just sign off on all of them. And so what we have here is Jen Glennon revealing to Aftermath, and this is important, we'll get to this in a second, that essentially what they were trying to have them do is stop focusing on gaming news and basically cover mainly, transition into where they're doing mostly game walkthroughs, game reviews and walkthroughs and all that. Because apparently, whoever's running Kotaku realizes, hey, you know what, we're just making people angry with our journalistic endeavors, and we're not making any money. People aren't giving us their ad views, their clicks, and it's hurting them. I mean, these websites are bleeding money left and right. So even pointed out here by Grums on Twitter, says this is the quick rundown of Kotaku. Jen Glennon, the editor-in-chief, tweets that she's resigned. Mad Kotaku writers spill the beans. They must dump news and write gaming guides. And former Kotaku head Nathan Grayson tells us 7 writers left must churn out 50 guides per week. And you can see here, Carolyn Pettit, who was part of Feminist Frequency at one point, says extremely proud of Jen for taking this ethical stance in response to profoundly misguided anti-journalism edicts from GO Media Management. Then you've got Levi L. Winslow here, who I've seen a few times on Twitter. He's a writer over at Kotaku, says, you know what, F it. Here's a small cup of tea. Management doesn't even care about the quality of the guides. They want us to aggregate them from other sites like a literal content mill. That they're destroying people's livelihood gags me, and not in the good way. Thanks, Levi. You had to put that in there. You couldn't just make this a normal tweet. These are the kinds of people doing your wonderful games journalism. And so, of course, you have other people here. Megan Farakmanesh. She is apparently currently at the Game Developers Conference, which is a whole nother topic that I'll probably make a video on tonight on the gaming channel. She says Herb-ass decision to prioritize or deprioritize, news and have the staff focus on content churn. Of course, she links to the Aftermath article here. And keep in mind, this is really ironic that, yes, Aftermath is a website that was partially founded by Nathan Grayson. Nathan Grayson, who used to work at Kotaku, ironically, back in the Gamergate days. And so, of course, yeah, you have their article there. And Megan Farakmanesh currently works at Wired, and she better be careful because, unfortunately, if she pisses off the guy who owns GO Media, he's got the AV Club, Gizmodo, Jalopnik, Kotaku, The Onion, a few other sites that I'm not familiar with. The Inventory, don't know much about that one. They have a food website here, The Takeout. She might be looking for a new job eventually if Wired goes under. And if she burns her bridges with all these other people, much like these other writers are doing, they are just kind of lashing out on Twitter. You can even see on Jen Glennon's Twitter page here, under her post, she's got all of these usual suspects supporting her, telling her how great she is. In fact, you'll see Ash Parrish, the one that was the writer for Kotaku who wrote one of these articles, says, nope, Kotaku still does it, up until they literal can't anymore, and that hasn't happened yet. Polygon, IGN, Game Industry, so many places still do their best, which is still damn good. That was in response to somebody saying, so Aftermath is the only outlet doing decent game news now. I got news for you. Other sites like Fandom Pulse, That Park Place, there are plenty of smaller, independent websites where a lot of us contribute our time and our effort, And a lot of times it's just volunteer, where we're just like, hey, I'll do a game review, I'll do a walkthrough or something, or give my opinion about something. And these people that claim to be journalists, these people who claim to be the media, we've seen for many years now that these are just, they're shills. They're unethical. They trade favors, and they're never going to give you the actual story, from an honest perspective. So, this couldn't happen to a worse group of people. Good riddance. It's exciting to see. It's worth celebrating. I realize that some people are like, you know what, this is our livelihood. Yeah. And you've at the same situation, if the roles were reversed with people that you were ideologically opposed to, you'd be celebrating them getting fired, them getting canned, their companies going under. So good riddance. Have fun with this, and share your thoughts down below. I will see you guys in the next one. And if you made it this far, thank you for watching the video. We do have 2 channels, one for daily uploads, the other one for more of my live streams and hot takes. Links to both are down below, as well as the ability to join as a channel member for as little as $3 a month, and that'll greatly help us out. Much appreciated. We also have links to our Etsy accounts down below, as well as our website. We also have Locals and Subscribestar. If you didn't want to support us on YouTube, you can support us through those. Thanks again for being here, and we will see you on the next one.